This video, we're gonna be discussing the #1 problem I see players have when it comes to getting to the rim and finishing around the rim effectively. So the #1 issue that I see players have, and they really struggle with from middle school to high school to even college, is knowing when and how to initiate contact with a defender when it comes to driving downhill to the rim. So what you'll see most players do is they just like to drive in that straight line in a straight up position here, and that's where you see players often get pushed off the ball when they're trying to attack the rim. That leads to a poor finishing angle, so they're getting pushed out and they're trying to finish here as opposed to getting into a defender and then giving themselves a much better angle to finish around the rim. So if instead we can teach these players how to get into their defender, initiate that contact earlier, now they're getting to the rim, they have a much better angle to finish around the rim. That's going to help our efficiency in a game. So like we kind of talked about in the first initial part, they just like to drive in that straight line. So the first thing that we need to teach these players, and these players need to be comfortable with, is driving in those curvilinear angles. So not driving in a straight up position here, being able to get our body into this position and be comfortable in those positions. Now from there it becomes, okay, when do we initiate contact and how do we do it? So initially if I get by a defender, again, I don't want to keep this space the whole time because a lot of times that defender is gonna close the space. If we let the defender close the space first, they're going to be in control. They're going to be able to push us off the ball. So if instead we get by a defender, we have space, we can either cut in front of them or we can close that gap, boom, initiate contact. Now they're on our hip. We have a little bit more control. We can either bump to create space and finish, or we can keep that contact and then separate at the last second, giving us space in the air to get a nice, easy finish. So again, to kind of recap, it's just getting these players comfortable with those angles that they're gonna need to drive, getting them comfortable knowing when and why we want to initiate contact, and then just putting them in positions to practice that. So this is something I do all the time in my training. We're gonna set up situations where the player is gonna get by the defense, and then they have to work on those angles, right? We have to initiate contact to give us a good angle. So some of the examples you might see, we have players that beat their defender, and because they don't close that gap, because they keep driving in a straight line, defense is able to meet them at the block, and then now we have a contested finish where they're either getting the contact or they're fading away, and just that finish is not going to be ideal if we want efficiency within a game. So again, teaching these players, beat the defender, be able to cut in front, again, giving them a better angle. I'm much better off finishing here than if the defense meets me to a spot and I'm getting pushed out over here. Just not a good angle if we're looking for efficiency in a game. So this is definitely one of the biggest problems that I see all players at all levels have trouble with, and something that if you're a player, you need to understand, research, practice it, be able to be comfortable driving with that curled angle and know when to do it, right? You beat the defender, take that space away, cut in front of them or initiate contact when needed, and then finish. Sometimes you'll have so much space you don't need to do that. Again, it's all about knowing when, why to do it. This is something we talk about on Mastery Hoops. This is something we talk about in my own training, but again, this is something you need to understand as a player. And if you don't, you're gonna have a really tough time finishing in games and being efficient, especially as a guard. So real quick video on a pretty simple topic, but very important topic. So if you guys liked it, if you guys want more information, another video to follow up to this video, drop a comment below, drop a like. If you guys enjoy these types of videos, hit the subscribe button, let me know. We'll see you in another video soon. Peace.